So I thought for a moment I'd actually just give you the real side of real estate. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I dropped my dog off at doggy daycare. I'm now going home to review information on the multiple listing service, do some information gathering for some clients, some people who are thinking of selling, some people who are thinking of buying. I'm going to do a real estate review for another client. They've held their house probably for 4 years now, and it's time to just kind of show them, just to help them keep up to date what's going on in the marketplace. But two things have kind of happened recently that I thought would be worth sharing. I want to tell you about one client of mine who last night, late into the evening, we were out in Gig Harbor taking a look at a house. And now, after about 3 or 4 years, they're looking at making a move up to get more space. But why Gig Harbor? Gig Harbor offers a couple of things that maybe Seattle does not. Number one, it's a little bit further away from things, so it gives them a little bit more space. The lot is huge. The house is bigger. And it has a gorgeous view of the Puget Sound facing south. They're also moving out there because their budget will allow them to do so. The amount of money that this house is being asked, they could not find a house with this kind of space, this kind of value, this kind of view, and or lot size anywhere within the city. Neither of them have to go back to work currently for the next year at least. It's not an easy decision to make, leaving a space and a place that you know for a community that is a little tucked away a little bit further. The other is the story of an investor. The investor owns a couple of rental properties. And while it's difficult for investors to sell any type of investment, if a piece of property is making positive cash flow, it can be very, very difficult to let that property go. On the flip side, this might be a great time to consider a slight divestment in some of the properties that you own. Think of it like a stock. If a stock went well beyond what your exit strategy was, well, do you want to catch it while it's going up or when it's going down? I know, you want to catch it right at the top point, but nobody's ever going to be able to predict where that is. Rather, you'd be kicking yourself if you saw it all of a sudden come down. But it's just so interesting to see the way that real estate is moving in our market today. So while today might be a casual day, sitting mainly from home in front of my computer doing 8-10 hours worth of work, doesn't mean I won't be out there taking a look and looking at all the different ways that people right now are trying to work in the real estate industry. This isn't just about helping buyers beat out the other or helping sellers maximize their price. It's a difficult time to be either a buyer or a seller. There's a lot of pressure to essentially perform. As a seller, you want to maximize your profits, but maybe you don't have a real need to sell. As a buyer, you're frustrated with the process. It can be very difficult in these times, and I try to provide my clients with real clear insight so that they can just make decisions that they're comfortable with. What's most important about home ownership is sleeping really well at night, feeling like you make a really good decision about what you purchased or what you sold. If there's anything I can do for you, give me a call. You know where I'll be, at home, working.